Mrs. Centel here. I have another book unboxing to share with you. So I did open the box, but I haven't looked at the books inside here. It's another Junior Library Guild order. Okay, so we have another copy of More to the Story. Okay, so this author is Hina Khan, the author of Amina's Voice, if you're familiar with that story. It says, a beautifully warm and deeply heartfelt story of sisters, family, and love that will move the reader from laughter to tears and to hopefulness. Jamila Mirza wants to be an award-winning journalist like her late grandfather and is thrilled to be selected as features editor of her school newspaper, a huge honor for a 7th grader. Unfortunately, the editor-in-chief keeps shooting down her article ideas. When she's assigned to write about the new boy in school, who everyone is buzzing about because of his British accent, Jamila wonders how she'll make his story gripping enough to enter into a national media contest. Then Jamila, along with her 3 sisters, is devastated when her father accepts a job offer overseas that will take him away from their cozy Georgia home for 6 months. Missing him makes Jamila more determined to write an epic article, one that will make her dad extra proud. But when her younger sister's health declines, Jamila's world turns upside down, and as her eagerness for recognition and awards looks like it might cost her a blossoming friendship, Jamila questions what matters most and whether she's cut out to be a star reporter after all. So again, that's More to the Story. Wildfire by Jamie Smith. How long could you survive? Chosen for the honor of bonding with a frost liver, a fragment of the sentient glacier that crusts her icy home, Sabira embarks on a dangerous pilgrimage to the top of the glacier's peak. But when a huge avalanche traps her and destroys the pass, Sabira is determined to find another way home. In order to survive, she must face up to the merciless mountain, but there are dark and fiery secrets hiding in its depths. This is a survival story like no other, one where nature and the elements have lives of their own and a message for those who dare to make the journey. So that's a new adventure story. I like that it's an adventure story with a female protagonist. We have The Teen Curse. It's The League of Paranormal by Israel Keats. Ooh. It says there's more than just team superstition at play here. For as long as Isaac can remember, the Middleton High baseball team hasn't won a single game. So when he tries out as a sophomore and makes the team, he's excited to try to turn things around. After the first pathetic losses of the season, Isaac starts to get frustrated. Why aren't any of his teammates even trying to win? When he confronts them and threatens to quit, they let him in on the secret. The team has been trapped in a curse for generations. Isaac decides to do whatever it takes to put an end to the curse. That's pretty cool. So that's a sports novel and also a horror story, scary story from the League of Paranormal. Pretty neat. Ooh, I just saw this book this weekend at Barnes & Noble the cover really grabbed my attention there. I love the art on these books. The Good Thieves by Catherine Rundle, award-winning author of Rooftoppers. It's stealing back what was already stolen, he said. Good thieves. Necessary thieves, said Vita. When Vita's grandfather's mansion is taken from him by a powerful real estate tycoon, Vita knows it's up to her to make things right. With the help of a pickpocket and her new circus friends, Vita creates the plan: break into the mansion, steal back what's rightfully her grandfather's, expose the real estate tycoon for the crook he really is. But 1920s Manhattan is ever-changing and full of secrets. It might take more than Vita's ragtag gang of misfits to outsmart the city that never sleeps. Award-winning author Catherine Rundle has created an utterly gripping tour de force about loyalty, trust, and the lengths to which we'll go for the ones we love. And this looks like, let's see, it's going to be an adventure book, also featuring people with disabilities, it says. So we're going to show that cover one more time. Good Thieves. All right, the next one we have is Wildfire by Rodman Philbrick. author of the classic bestseller Freak the Mighty. Like another adventure story. The smell of smoke. A layer of stinky fog dims the sky, except the horizon, which is suddenly flickering orange above the treetops. Wildfire, moving fast, heading our direction. Birds, deers, squirrels, and raccoons explode from the surrounding forest, racing to stay ahead of the flames. The message couldn't be clearer. Run. If you want to live, run. Rodman Philbrick pulls readers through a nightmare that has become much too real in the U.S. In 2017 to 2018, wildfires broke out in all 50 states. During the 2018 California Camp Fire, CNN reported that at its fastest, flames spread at more than a football field a second, or around 80 football fields per minute. Wildfire. Will it be fact or fiction in your own life someday? For now, join Sam and his new friend Delphi as they face dangers that have shaken the lives of so many people across our world, with no end in sight. Very interesting. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make this one adventure or historical fiction. All right. We have here a graphic novel, Estrange, The Changeling King by Ethan M. Aldridge. Graphic novel. It says, after years of pretending to be a human, the changeling Edmund Carter has assumed his rightful role as Cinder, king of the world below. Finally, Cinder is free to be himself, but not everyone at the royal palace is happy to see his return. Meanwhile, Ed is adjusting to life as a human in the world above. His birth family treats him with a kindness he never knew growing up in the Fae court, but Ed misses the sense of purpose that came with being a knight. Then a mysterious new threat emerges in the world below. Life-giving magic is disappearing, and Cinder will need the help of Ed and their sister Alexis to figure out why before it's too late. But nothing can prepare them for the family's secret that awaits at the end of their quest. And on the back, the review says, it's got dragons, it's got drama, it's got depth. And it's got me impatiently awaiting Ethan M. Aldridge's next eye-popping adventure. A splendid tale of fairy magic and adventurous siblings, all told in gorgeously rendered watercolor paintings. This is exactly my kind of thing. A compelling story about finding identity in a world where magic dangers lurk just around the corner. I loved Estranged. And that last one was by Molly Knox Ostertag, the author and illustrator of Wish Boy, The Witch Boy. So if you like that book and you like that author, you might be interested in this book since she's recommending it. So that one was a fantasy graphic novel. And here I have another copy of the Echo Park Castaways. It says, sometimes the best family is the one you make on your own. Nevia, Vic, and Mara are veterans of the Los Angeles foster care system. For over a year, they've been staying with Mrs. K in Echo Park. It's not ideal, but it's the best home they've found. However, living together doesn't necessarily make them close. Mara barely speaks, Vic won't stop talking, and spends most of his time living in a dream world, and Nevea is forced to act as a backup parent. Still, they all have good reasons to tolerate each other, doing whatever it takes to keep Mrs. K happy. But when Child Protective Services places Quentin in their home, everything is turned upside down. Nevea isn't sure she can handle watching over anyone else, especially a boy on the autism spectrum. Plus, Quentin tries to run away, creating a crisis. If Mrs. K finds out, she might decide to stop fostering altogether. So when Vic realizes that Quentin just wants to see his mom, he decides to help him out. This epic quest could result in the foster siblings getting sent to different group homes, but maybe it's worth the risk if it brings them closer together. Through a whirlwind series of adventures and misadventures, they learn that sometimes the hardest things in life are easier to face when you tackle them together. With grace and humor, M.G. Hennessy's beautifully poignant novel explores what it means to be a family. So that was Echo Park Castaways. And our very last one in the box, More Than a Game, Race, Gender, and Politics in Sports. So if you like sports history, it's a really cool picture there on the back. It says, explore how sports and culture collide to affect society far beyond the confines of the game. Packed full of incredible stories and photos, this book introduces readers to controversial athletes and moments in sports history and details their impact on society. Take a journey through sports history to learn how games and athletes have the power to make change and help to create a more level playing field for all people. Let's see what sorts of athletes are going to be featured in this novel. And that's it. That's the last book in the box. Thanks for watching.